On today's episode of Open Box Policy, we whine about drinking real wine. We have predictions for 2020.
Yeah.
Political, personal,
well, I would say worldly.
funny.
I would say worldly. You know?
Worldly?
Yeah, worldly,
Yeah.
you know? Not
General predictions.
Right, general worldly predictions.
We also realize that it's Betty White's year.
Ooh.
This is a year for her.
This is her year, brother.
This is her year.
We also figure out that I say brother a lot now.
Big things are going to happen for Betty White.
And Devin is basically turning into Hulk Hogan.
I'm so excited for that.
So please find us on all social platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever you want.
No.
Yeah.
We don't have enough followers for
At
Snapchat.
OBP_raw.
And if you want to continue the conversation about Betty White's year or wine, any wine enthusiasts out there, email your favorite wines to us with a link to buy them at OBP. Fuck. We should have never done this. I got it. We all have our roles in this. What is it? OBP podcast at gmail.com. I repeat, OBP podcast at gmail.com.
Seen you sip out of a wine glass before?
Yeah. You know, sometimes when I'm feeling a little sophisticated, maybe I'll grab a glass of wine. This is actually a plastic glass.
Well, I couldn't tell.
That's the point.
What kind of wine is it?
It's like red muscadine.
Looks like a blush. Oh.
Yeah.
Muscadine?
I like muscadine. You never had muscadine wine?
I don't think I've ever had a muscadine. I don't think I've even heard of a muscadine.
It's
Yeah. It's bullshit. I like
bullshit wine. It's sweet.
I like
Is it
sweet
one
wine.
of those that's
It's
kind
like
of a
Moscato.
mixture? Oh, it's kind of one of those that's like a mixture between, like, let's say you take a red wine and then pour a white sweet wine into it?
Kind of, yeah.
Because it doesn't look like a red
Well,
wine.
they make white muscadine too. I just like it because it's sweet. I'm not a big wine
exactly.
drinker, but
Yeah, you like it because it's easy to drink.
yeah, gets me drunk all the same.
I'm a drier.
Touche.
I like the dry,
I hate the
bitter
dry.
wine.
Well, yeah, but
If
it's an acquired taste. I used to hate dry wine too, but you get to a point where you drink a dry wine and it tastes so good, and you're like, wow, it's just like straight whiskey. You know,
Adam, you look like you drink a dry wine with a big ass steak.
I have. Oh yeah, I would. In the last week, I've only had. This is my fourth drink in the last week. I stopped drinking for like. I stopped. No, it's serious. For me, that's huge. I normally have like 3 or 4
Good
drinks
for
a
you.
night. Yeah,
Good for
I
you.
just got to the.
Good for you, man.
I got to the point where I was like, I just need to. I need to go way down. So I started kind of coming down and just stopped drinking for days, and then I had like one beer with Glenn, and I nursed it, and then like a few days later, I had one beer and I nursed it for like an hour, and then like. Had one more drink another day, and then now this drink. It just kind of got to the point where I was like, I need to lay off. Like every night when I came home, I'm like, I'm stressed and I want to drink, and that's just fucking dangerous.
Well, I haven't seen you guys really since Thanksgiving.
That's
Really?
true, yeah, because you weren't on our last 2 episodes, right?
No, we recorded before Thanksgiving, and then we did Thanksgiving, and then I came home, went to the hospital, and all that fun stuff. But speaking of wine, so our Thanksgiving is just like 30 people drinking the whole weekend. And every year they bring the cupcake Moscato. That's all the cousins' favorites.
That stuff's so
Hold on, though. Hold on. Yes, here's the thing. So every year I go, God, because it's sweet. And everybody starts drinking.
Cupcake, for Christ's sake.
Everybody, and so I brought the cupcake, not Prosecco.
Okay.
And so it's a little drier.
I like Prosecco, yeah.
So anyway, I popped that, and I was like, I'm going to drink this. And we all start drinking at like 10 a.m. every day. And by noon, I'm like, I'm feeling tipsy. And I'm looking around at everybody else who's drinking the Moscato. And I'm going, you guys are fucking sober as shit. 5 o'clock rolls around. All of them sober as shit. So we go out one night and they're like, why don't we just drink all day and like stay sober? Like we had 24 bottles of wine just at the Moscato on top of like 30 other bottles of wine.
Was it
And then I looked at
sparkling wine?
Well, no, I looked at the alcohol content. It's 5%.
Yeah, it's
Jesus
like a beer.
Christ.
Yeah,
Where
when
my-
normal wine is like 14%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where my
This is
Prosecco was
14% right
12,
Yeah.
which is why I was feeling buzzed.
Yeah.
And I messaged all of them after we got home from Thanksgiving because we have a Facebook Thanksgiving group. Yeah. And I was like, did you guys know the reason that none of y'all get drunk and drink all day is because it's 5%? You
Yeah,
basically are
pussies.
sipping on a beer for like 4 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're drinking sugar water.
Yeah.
Like, step it up.
I mean, with a name like Cupcake Moscato, it
Yeah.
seems pretty
Yeah.
accurate.
I know.
Yeah.
There was this girl that I dated years and years and years ago. And I remember one time I was on my way home and she said, I'll meet you at your house. You need anything? No, I'm cool. I said, I'm going to run by the liquor store. Do you need anything? And she said, yeah, can you pick me up a bottle of Cupcake, like Moscato? And it was like when you
Broke
have to
up
go
with
into
her.
the store and buy
Tampons?
tampons. Yes. I took it
Yeah.
up front to these people that kind of knew me. And they were like,
What's wrong with you?
really? And I was like, don't. Like,
This
Listen-
6'3", 250 guy comes up with
yeah,
Cupcake Moscato.
Cupcake Moscato. I was like, it's not for me. So then I felt obligated to buy something that was,
Give me Jack Daniels.
yeah, like way harder. I was like,
151.
this is for me, that's
Yeah.
for her,
But here, I'll say this. Cupcake, while the name is just shit, besides their Moscato, they do all the wines. And it's good. And it's cheap. Like, no one goes to a fancy steak dinner and's like, give me, a cupcake. But, it's good wine. But the Moscato's shit. I mean,
Yeah.
it is legit shit.
So whatever you're drinking, which is like a step above the muscadine.
No,
and
bro, this is
muscadine.
14%.
No, his alcohol,
This is
his alcohol
14%,
content is
brother.
higher than
Oh,
Prosecco.
yeah, but it's still sweet.
Well, let him live his
It
life.
looks, I know, I need to lay off people.
Like I said,
loves it.
gets me drunk all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can drink less. It tastes sweet like juice.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
which one would you get more drunk off of? A beer or rubbing alcohol? Obviously rubbing alcohol, so that's what I'm going to drink.
Okay. Nice.
Even though it tastes
Yeah.
like shit.
Speaking of someone that needs to take a few weeks off of drinking. Yeah.
We did
I
take a
wanted
few
to-
weeks off. How was everyone's few weeks off?
It was a few weeks. Oh, yeah, it was pretty good. Work has been incredibly stressful. The end, most people, most everyone I talked to had, instead of a New Year's Eve party, it was like a screw 2019 party. Just because 2019 had been so hard on so many people, and that's kind of how mine was. Like the end of the year was just brutal. So the last few weeks have been me just kind of compensating and getting back to some type of normality in my life.
I continue the same tradition I have the last 6 years for New Year's, being in bed before midnight rolls around.
Yeah.
Nice.
Me and
I
my
thought you were going to say
husband.
hospital.
No, in bed. Every year we've been like, we can do it, and then we're
Yeah.
like, we can't fucking do it.
Yeah. I was in bed right after.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like we were playing video games and like hanging out and went downstairs and
To be fair, I was sick and not feeling good.
Yeah.
But still, I the last 6 years I haven't been, but it's not like how it was when I was
No.
younger.
My New Year's was pretty low key. What about yours, Devin?
Well, I turned my garage into like a ping pong court, basically. So we
Fun.
cleared out over half of my garage, and we put a ping pong table in there that I got for Christmas.
That's
And
cool.
we just got a new couch, so we had our old couch in there. So we put it like side by side to make it like a lounge couch, basically.
Wow, it
So
sounds
there's,
like my garage.
Yeah, it was like 2 sections. I saw a picture of your garage. That shit looks awesome.
Yeah. Does
Yeah,
it? Does it look awesome?
Yeah,
Great.
It does.
Good for you guys, all you guys out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
holy shit.
I brought 2 lamps from inside. They were like the tall floor lamps. Set the mood lighting. I had a Bluetooth
Did you have
speaker
people
out
over?
there. Yeah. My friends Mitch and Katie came down. They are avid listeners of the podcast. So they came
yeah.
down. They spent like 3 or 4 days with us. It was a good time, but we
Fun.
played ping pong pretty much all night, and then we stopped and
See, that's fun.
I think played board
That is
games
fun.
and shit. Yeah, we played board games, kept it low key, and then
But
I've
like,
done
isn't that
bowling.
weird that like if you would have told me the same scenario when I was like 25, I'd been like, what fucking losers? And now nothing sounds better than spending
Yep.
New Year's playing ping pong and board games. Like,
Oh, yeah.
hell yes.
and drinking.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was pretty nice. It was surrounded by people that I love. So
Except for us.
Well,
yeah.
that's cool.
Well, I don't love you guys. So
Oh well.
all right,
Well, fuck us.
End episode. No.
Yeah, that's it. We're basically just going to tell you what we've been doing the last couple weeks. It's fucking boring, and then we're going to move on.
Right. But
Did you
anyway,
all see
2020 is a new year. Go ahead.
2020 is a new year, which we're going to talk about. We're going to make some, maybe some predictions or what we think might end up happening this year in a minute. But did you all see or get a chance to listen to the monologue that Ricky Gervais gave
So-
at the Golden Globes?
No. So here's the thing. I've heard about it and I've seen enough quotes about
That you can
it
pretty
in
much-
Yeah, like, I've seen the quotes about him saying, just get up here, give your speech, like you have no business, telling people out there how the world works because you don't know. So I haven't actually watched it, but I feel like I've read enough and seen enough memes that like I get the gist of it, but I haven't actually sat down and watched it. And I've
He
seen mixed
skewered them.
reviews.
He skewered them.
I've seen people going like, "Fuck yeah, this is awesome," and then I've seen people being like, "That was a little brutal."
No, it's not brutal at all. I mean,
Unless
we
you're a
know.
celebrity.
I mean,
maybe.
to me, it's
So the
fucking
celebrities
typical
did-
Ricky Gervais. I mean,
I
Yeah,
love
the
him.
celebrities
Every
did
year.
not
some
love
kind
it.
of crude speech every
and
year.
they
so.
invite him back
Right.
every year.
Yeah.
Like he's doing something right.
Yeah, he would. In the middle of his monologue, people would start to like hiss and boo, and he was just like, "Shut up, shut
Yeah.
up." He just was like instantaneously like, "Shut up, no one cares." And he was like, I own the stage. I'm going to keep
He's
going."
good. He knows his audience, and his audience is not this couple hundred of celebrities. His audience is the common
Everyone
people.
on social media.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the common people who are watching it going,
He
"Fuck
did.
yeah."
He ended
knows.
it so fantastic. He squatted all over Apple and Amazon and all the companies
I need
that
to watch the
that
whole thing.
act like they're so noble,
Yeah.
but they'll
Yeah.
run sweatshops and they'll people die in their factories.
Yeah.
Even
So he
though
said,
he's probably using an iPhone.
Of course he is, but he shit all over them. And then he said, and by the way, you're going to come up here tonight, you're going to accept your award, and thank your publicist, thank your
then
God,
get off the stage,
thank
right?
whoever. And then he goes, and then fuck off.
I saw
he's like, fuck off, get off stage.
Yeah.
Like,
the
we don't
two
give a shit.
reactions, which were Tom Hanks, which was like, "Ugh."
Yeah,
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that
then,
was the big one. Yeah.
And then Adam Driver, and his is like he's like clapping and like ecstatic at what Ricky Gervais is doing.
Yeah.
And it was,
I love Adam Driver. He's cool.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with him. I love him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
he was
I
good.
honestly think Tom Hanks' reaction, I think people are misinterpreting it.
They are.
I think he was like kind of agreeing, and he was kind of like, "Oh shit!" Like,
And the camera's
he's
on
calling
me.
us out. Yeah.
Well, and he's also super expressive anyway. Anytime he's at an awards show, Tom Hanks
He's
is
an
always like
actor.
he's making faces and like doing funny stuff because that's just like what he does.
Yeah.
He was a comedian first.
I don't think anybody's pissed off about how it was, but whenever I've seen
Yeah.
an article about it, they've always had Tom Hanks's face with
Yeah.
that whole ooh, and
well,
then Adam
I
Driver's
think
face,
people
who's
are
like,
misinterpreting his look. I think he was
Oh,
more
for sure.
like, this is hitting home. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he was
doesn't
like,
strike me as a stuck up.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
well,
think
he
Tom
hammers
Hanks is
them.
very stuck up.
Yeah, he's like, don't get up here and make any political statements. You all don't. You're so far above all that stuff. Like, you don't have a damn clue what the common person in America is dealing with. Like,
Yeah.
you
Right.
have no idea. So shut up, F off, accept your award. We don't give a shit. We don't want
Again,
to hear
he
it.
knows what his audience is, and it's
Yeah.
not these like
sure.
high paid fuckers.
Yeah.
You know? Good for him.
Yeah.
But-
well, we start.
I mean,
Go
he's done
ahead.
it for the past 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
He's
his fifth year.
always. So every
Yeah, I
year
think
there's
so.
controversy when he's done, but
Right.
every year they reinstate him.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't believe he did that. Holy
But
shit,
supposedly
he said that?
this is his last one, so that's why he was going all in, quote unquote. So
But did they say why it's his last one? He's decided
I just
that?
think,
I think
I
he
think he doesn't
decided.
want to do it anymore.
Yeah. I think he just said he's just done with it, which is good for him. I mean, you don't need to do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I feel like he's
because
just
like
made
Billy
the same
Crystal-
speech over and over again.
Yeah,
Where
Billy
the fuck
Crystal
is
did,
Billy
like,
Crystal?
He did the Tony Awards, or he did the
But where
Oscars
is
for a
he
long
now?
time, and then I don't know, he's just old. Then he just let loose of it.
He's not
just
that old.
Billy Crystal's pretty damn old.
Fucking, he's not
Hey,
any older than Tom
hold on,
Hanks. Maybe a
hold
little
on.
bit older
I'll
than
look
Tom
it up.
Hanks.
I'll look it
You
up
are-
on my
okay.
Fucking
new
City Slickers.
on my
Oh
brand
my
new
God.
iPhone 11.
Oh.
Sponsored by Apple.
I upgraded. This is a big moment. I upgraded
Oh,
from
yeah,
my
didn't
fucking
I?
6S to
I was just going to say,
11.
wasn't it your status that I saw that was like how your world had opened up because
yeah, this shit's
Yeah, okay,
crazy,
was it?
man.
Yeah.
What was I going to look
you
up?
went, you went from
Yeah,
a
you
6
had like
to
an
an 11.
iPhone 4 before this one. You went from 4 to 11.
Yeah, you went, and he was like, holy fuck, technology.
Yeah.
All right, Billy Crystal, right?
I'm going to say he's 67 years old.
I'm going to say he's 63.
No, I take that back. I'm going to say he's 71 years old.
I'm going to say
But
63.
you just fucking looked that up, you asshole.
No, I did not. Is he 71?
He's 71 years old.
I'm not. You
Wow.
can see me. I don't have my phone in my hand.
I will say he did not look it up.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
So
he was
how-
born in
how-
1948, bro.
How old was Tom
Damn.
Hanks then? How old's Tom Hanks?
How old is Tom Hanks right now?
Yeah.
Guess.
Tom Hanks is 60. Tom Hanks is 68 years old.
What say ye, Jamie?
63.
You fucking nailed it.
Me?
Yeah, you're 63.
63.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at us.
Yeah, I
Look
know.
at
Hey,
I
us.
hey,
know.
look at us. Look
Look
at
at
us.
us.
We need to
Who
go.
would've
That
thought?
was great.
Who
Yeah, we
would've
need
thought?
to go
Look
play
at us.
trivia.
I'm wondering, like, if next year's Golden Globes will just be like a normal person trying to make
Oh,
like
well,
stupid
that's gonna-
jokes.
If you
Or
pay
somebody
attention,
who's going to go in there and be
No.
like, there's gonna be two ways. Either somebody's gonna go in there and like be cool and make it all fun, or somebody's gonna be like, I gotta fuck shit up like Ricky Gervais did, hoping that I get the next like 5 years.
so
It'd be
traditionally,
stupid to do that.
if you watch award shows, traditionally, even on MTV, if you have a couple years or a couple scenarios where it's off the chain, off the rails, and all this crazy stuff is happening, then the next year is very calm and very collected. They've even had people complaining about some of the other award shows about how boring they've gotten because they used to have hosts
Yeah,
that would
I
come
mean-
out there and go crazy.
Well, didn't MTV last year, I think, did one where like there was really no host. They just went from like star to star
Yeah.
who were
Probably,
because they
yeah.
didn't want to have like one host.
But I mean,
Yeah.
shit. We talked about this probably about 2 years ago. It might have been before Jamie was officially on the podcast. But like, nobody's fucking watches award shows anymore, really.
I
And-
didn't. I
Yeah,
watched
so
the
I think it
clips.
was when Josh was still on here. We were talking about like the fucking Oscars or something like that. How like it was a record low, viewing.
Because everybody
whatever
just
the fuck
waits
I'm trying
and-
to say.
We used to crowd around the TV, and my
Oh,
parents would be
growing
like, "The
up? Oh, my
Golden Globes
God.
are on, the Oscars are on. Let's watch it." You
I
know?
remember growing up in like MTV Music Awards.
Oh, yeah.
Movie awards, fuck yeah! And
Oh, yeah.
now
I always
I go
loved
to
the
sleep.
MTV Movie
Me
Awards.
too. Movie awards were the best. And you know what? Now I wake up the next morning and I look at the news and see if anything really happened.
Hey, read the Snapchat stories.
Yeah, or watch like the performance or someone fucking fucked this shit up, something like that.
Do you think
But
social
yeah.
media has killed that sort of thing, or do you think
Yes.
we're just all
Yeah.
like fed up with award shows?
No, social media has
No,
killed
it's social
all that
media
stuff.
because look how much the Ricky Gervais thing has been shared. So like, it's not people are fed up. It's just
They don't need to
have-
watch the whole show.
Yeah, they have
They can
access
catch it whenever they
to
want.
They can see the good parts.
the good parts, the bad parts, yeah.
Why
It's-
sit
it's
through a
instantaneous.
3-hour
You can
award
watch it
show when you
When
can
I
sit
can
through
wake
a
up
3-minute
and-
highlight video?
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
That's how our culture is. That's why Snapchat and Twitter are so popular.
But I
like
will
Vine
say-
and all that stuff.
I
You're
will-
getting just little
Vine.
snippets.
I will say I think that some award shows are getting wise to that. So after the MTV did their music awards, I think I woke up to like an article about talking about how like Selena Gomez showed up and did a song and how awful it was. And then I was like, oh, I need to see this video. And I spent like 30 minutes trying to find this video and I could not find it anywhere.
They scrub it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like but if I wanted to go onto my MTV app, I could have watched the whole
Yeah.
thing. But they're getting wise to it. They're going,
Yep.
well, we know this is obviously getting
Right.
attention,
Put it
so we're
behind a
scrubbing it from
paywall.
everything. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I don't know if you all saw this, but Rob Gronkowski went up on stage with Steve Harvey, and
I saw a highlight on the New Year's Eve, right?
yeah, Steve he spiked
a Lego
head of Steve Harvey, and I thought it was real. Steve Harvey like gets angry. And he's like, "What are you doing on stage with me? I don't want to work with this guy. I don't want him here with me next year. You have a mental condition. Like, what is wrong with you? What is?" And I mean, of course, Gronkowski's wasted, and he's just like dancing around in the Legos.
Well,
Someone
Gronkowski
else told
does
me
have a mental condition. It's called being stupid.
Someone else told me it was all set up and they just acted it off. But I've seen the clip a few times, and Steve Harvey composes himself in the end, but like it looks real. But it's like I didn't give a shit. I didn't watch 1 second of any New Year's Eve coverage. Yeah. That was like the only thing I cared about.
It's funny because we didn't either because we were doing the ping pong and board games, but we put it on probably about 3 minutes before the ball dropped.
Oh my God! Did you see the Andy Cohen thing?
No, we were watching the.
Damn it.
Bro,
okay.
you got to do Seacrest or go home. You can't watch a New Year's Eve ball drop without Seacrest, bro.
Are you kidding me? How old are you? For fuck's sake, you can't watch
Seacrest.
a New Year's Eve ball drop without Ryan Seacrest?
Without Seacrest,
you mean
my
Dick
brother.
Clark, motherfucker?
God.
Yeah.
Also, I've been calling people brother a lot lately. Just a heads
I'm sure
up.
people really love that.
But anyway, we turned it on, and my friend Mitch was like trying to rush the champagne, so we like popped it real quick, and he was like running around like pouring champagne, and we barely got it in just in time. It was like 10 seconds left.
I
and then
saw
we
the
were like,
Andy.
Yeah.
I saw the Andy Cohen one, and God, what's his name? White hair. God, he's super famous. Anyway,
Ryan Seacrest.
Anderson Cooper.
No, Anderson Cooper. Yeah, and they were doing.
Oh, I saw a clip of that. Yeah.
The Jägermeister thing. I really enjoyed that because Anderson Cooper was just like, "How do people fucking drink this?" And he basically wanted to die for like a minute. And
he doesn't
laughed
drink.
So
He
hard.
hates alcohol.
They want to do a different shot every single hour.
Yeah.
And when he did Jaeger, it was the last
They should
one,
do it
and like
every 5 minutes.
Andy Cohen was trying to talk to him, and Anderson Cooper was like, he couldn't talk. He was just like spitting, and he was
Making
like, "How
that
do people
sour
do
face.
this?" It was so good.
Oh, he's very healthy.
It was good.
So what's gonna other than
like a silver
World
fox.
War III? What's gonna happen this year?
Oh my God.
Wouldn't it be fun if we made predictions for each other, and then revisited that
That
a
would
year
be
from
kind of
now?
cool.
That would be cool.
Adam's like, because
Yeah.
we're all gonna make shitty predictions for Adam.
Yeah.
Or like predictions that we would never be able to accomplish.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like, what if we did without, being dicks to each other a little bit?
No,
it'd be
I wouldn't want to be a
cool
dick.
game. Yeah, I wouldn't be.
I
a
wouldn't want to
should.
be a dick.
I mean,
Well,
it hopes that we're still doing this a year from now. Wouldn't
Yeah.
it be fun to look back a year
So
from now and be
that's
like,
cool. We can do that. I mean, what else do you? I mean, we'll get to that. What else in general, like in the world, like, do you all think is going to end up happening this year? Like, let's we'll just start with one. Do you think that Trump is going to get reelected?
I think he's going to get assassinated.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Well, I don't
Wow.
think that.
I just think it would happen with the bounty. and
I-
just
Yeah,
being-
Iran put a bounty on his head. Yeah.
That's the only reason I say that.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
No matter
That's that
how much
real
I,
life London has
no
fallen.
matter how much I hate Trump, I don't obviously would never wish that upon him. But you would have to be super fucking scared for your life if you were him.
Yeah.
Well, if an entire
Or any
country
person.
put a bounty on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that could be people who are living here
Yeah.
who are like, I mean, logically, if you try to do that, the chances of you getting away with it and actually collecting that bounty is really fucking
It's slim
low.
and none. Like I was going to say, yeah. So what if random guy with very little connections to Iran offs the president? How is he ever going to collect?
Well, that's my point.
Yeah.
Right.
It would have to be an extremist who just is like, I don't care about the money, I'm doing this for my country type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, again, I'd hope it doesn't happen just because I think that's fucked up. But
Yeah.
the fact that they did that is just like a holy shit.
I think my prediction, especially after what just happened, someone at work was talking about it. About obviously I'm coming up with this on my own, but someone ran over to me and said, "You're not going to believe this. Iran just fired missiles into a U.S. military base, and it's crazy, unprecedented." We've talked about it in the past that one of the things that unites the country is war. And they've even explored that on TV shows, like on the House of Cards. There's a season where they think that like the presidency might be kind of under attack, and they feel like the guy's going to lose the presidency, so their only recourse is to start a war.
Yeah.
And not that Trump is starting a war, but that I think that at some point this year we're going to start funneling troops back over to the Middle East and
for sure
probably go to war again.
I 1000% agree with that.
Yeah.
So it's like, a lot of recent presidents have done that. As far as like, it rolls around to election time, and then it's like, hey, look, we assassinated this like powerful militant group over in the Middle East.
And on top of that,
hell yeah.
Well, on top of that,
Vitriol.
Trump is dealing with the whole impeachment thing as well. So this is something that
take everybody's head off of it.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole impeachment thing. He's going to get acquitted in the Senate. We know that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But the Democrats, what they're doing, they're holding on to the articles of impeachment until he delivers the State of the Union address in February.
So is that what they're doing? Because I still don't fucking understand why.
So here's the deal.
Why push through all this and do all these
We're gonna send this over to Adam, our political correspondent.
Yeah, listen, I mean,
Thanks, Jamie.
I do
I'm
not.
actually on Capitol Hill right now. Yeah.
I don't like Trump, so I'm not, but I don't understand why it's being held.
So, and a lot of people don't, and I'll explain to you what I know. So, in this, it's incredibly strategic. It's very tactical.
I figured it was.
So they think. I'm going to start from what they don't want to happen. What they don't want to happen is they don't want to deliver all the articles to the Senate and let the Senate immediately start the trial, acquit him, and be over with because the State of the Union is coming up. And the Democrats think that during the State of the Union, if he is acquitted, it would basically be like 2 fingers in your face. Yeah. You tried, you failed, and it'll basically be a big victory lap for him. So they're deliberately holding on to these things.
He would make it a victory lap. Yeah.
And they're stifling this because they think that he won't be able to compose himself during the State of the Union.
Is there a time frame they have to do it, or can they just hold on for as long as they want
that
to?
I don't know. Okay. They can't hold on to it forever. I know that. They can't. But so their goal is hoping that in the past, there have been a few times when we've seen President Trump maybe go a little off script. He goes off script during some of his stuff, and he can kind of be a little overwhelming, and people are like, yo, calm down, like get back on track.
All the time.
So they're what they want to happen is they want, number one, not to give him the satisfaction. And their hope is that when he goes to the State of the Union, that he'll be so incensed and so angry that he'll just go fucking apeshit and act like a fucking asshole.
That makes sense.
And then it'll show the American people or whatever. I think that him and all the people that he has around him are preparing themselves for that, and they probably won't even mention it.
Here's my problem with that is that I think that he is well known for no matter how many people consult him on what he should or should not do, he still does what he wants.
Yeah.
And
that's
so
like Trump's big thing. Like he just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think that I understand.
It's also one of the reasons why so many people voted for him, because he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I think that I understand that logic now that you explain that, and I'm sure that all the people around him are like, all right, we got to do this, don't talk about that, but like he doesn't have that ability to just be like,
he likes to go off script.
I'm going to suppress this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. Instead, he goes a little bit psycho and doesn't really care.
Best thing he could ever do is get up there and deliver the State of the Union and never
say anything.
Never. And that is like
you
the ultimate.
The Trump thing. You're like, and never mention it.
Never.
But like we know that's not going to happen. I mean, I would bet a lot that he's not going to.
And
even if nobody's telling him to, they're just go up there, say these words, read the teleprompter, and get the fuck off.
Yeah. Right. What a fucking great move though. If you were the president and you were under all this stuff, to get up there and talk to everyone and try to unite everyone and never mention it, because it just completely deflates. And then everybody turns back on the Democrats, and they're like, "You assholes!
Your move, motherfucker!"
Yeah.
To be fair, that would be a really smart move on him. But I think he can't help it, and that's going to be
because he's just he's mad. Yeah, he's angry.
Yeah, he has to say something. But you're right. If he just got up there and composed himself and just said what he needed to say, and then got off the stage, you're right. It would be like, oh my God, for the fucking first time, he's actually done what he was supposed to do. But,
Hey, I mean,
And it would make the
anything could
Democrats
happen,
look really bad.
yeah,
It would make them look really bad.
that'll be fun to watch. We should have like a watch party.
Oh, for the State of the Union, like a drinking
Yes,
party?
for
yeah.
sure. Like,
Every time he
anytime-
says
We should do it- we
impeachment,
should
we
do
take a
it.
shot.
Impeachment.
Yeah.
Anytime he talks about like crooked Hillary Clinton, we take a shot.
Yeah.
Like
We should do like a conjoined OBP live Instagram story of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
should, and then just
Yeah.
I mean, I would be sleeping over in one of your spare bedrooms because I'd probably be so drunk.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
because
yeah.
we'd find something. But yeah,
what,
anytime
what, what
he
are something
goes-
about, like, anytime he says huge, like huge.
or
yeah,
talks
yeah.
about Obama,
China.
or
Yeah.
you know, like they were.
Yeah, you'd have to come up with a game. Like, if he says Obama,
Oh,
you got to
for sure.
do this. Like, if he says China, you know,
China.
he says that.
Guys, I have
Or-
work tomorrow. I can't drink this much.
Or like the best of something. I've been the best at this.
Yes,
Like,
if he tells
anytime-
someone that he is better than everyone else, or
Yes.
he's whatever, yeah, okay, I'm the best of whatever, yeah,
Oh my God, that would be so.
that
fun.
would be fun. That'd be a fun game.
When is the State of
Let's
the
see
Union?
if we can plan it.
Sometime in
Fuck if
February.
I know. Valentine's Day.
So what else is potentially going to happen this year?
Well, going back to your original question, honestly, I do think he's going to get reelected. I don't think there's anyone on the Democratic Party that can really take him over.
They've really fucked up. They have fucked up this campaign trail so
Here's
bad.
my only hope with that is that
They could have had it. They fucked up.
My only hope of him not being reelected is that like people who voted last time who decided they didn't like Hillary, so they wanted to vote for somebody else and split votes and all
Right.
that,
Yeah.
go, all right, not fucking that up again. And then the people who did vote for him and regret that. But again, you also have to hope that they vote for the same people.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I swear to God, if he gets reelected, like me and Glenn will probably just hightail it to Australia.
Oh,
and then-
whatever.
Then we'll
Yeah,
be
and
doing this
burn to death.
podcast.
Yeah, Australia won't exist
Australia.
anymore. It'll
Australia's
just be
on
like a pile
fucking
of,
fire everywhere.
I'm
Yeah.
very aware.
Have
my
you
my
seen
whole,
the solar map of that? Or
my
the,
whole my
the night
whole
map?
family is there. Like I know. I'm
Yeah.
I know,
very,
but they're
I'm
not in
very
space.
aware.
Have you seen the space night map of it?
Yes,
It's
I posted
like
it.
the whole fucking continent's on fire.
Yeah, it's fucking awful.
Yeah,
it's
it's
horrible.
insane.
Yeah,
It's
Like,
insane. Glenn and I were talking about it today.
I mean,
at
I've
lunch.
talked
It's
to his
totally
whole
insane.
family. Like it's fucking rough. Like they're in it. They are not in danger, but they
No.
are.
So
they're
my
in it.
prediction for 2020 is that Australia ceases to exist.
It's fucking looking like it, man.
They're all going to have to go to like Tasmania or Papua New Guinea. They're just going to
Yeah,
like take
or
over Papua New
Madagascar.
Guinea. yeah, yeah,
Fucking ship them all to New Zealand. New Zealand's the best place in the entire
yeah.
world.
They're all just going to take. They're going to
It's
take
basically
over.
the same.
Yeah,
It's not. Oh my God, New Zealand is 100% different.
Listen,
Yeah,
to
I've got
the
some friends
not
there
the
right now.
continent, but the people.
yeah,
No,
yeah. I mean,
God, don't say that. Don't ever say that to an Australian.
Hey,
They
get
will
Glenn
fucking-
on here. You're basically the same as a New Zealander.
Oh, he would. Any
No.
any Australian that they will fucking Kiwis and Aussies are not the
Yep.
same. It gets real. It gets real brutal. I
Yep.
did not know that, but
yeah, very similar accent. There's a pretty just.
I've
distinct
actually been able.
difference.
I've
Small
been actually,
distinction between the
I can
accents.
actually. I know the small distinction now, but when I hear
What is
it,
it?
but-
Tell us. Let us know.
No, it's just the way they talk. It's just these small little things they say are different.
Oh,
but
like little
holy
quirks
shit.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if you ever be like, "No, are you here an Aussie?" and if
You a
they're
Kiwi?
Kiwi, it's like, "Wow, we'll fucking kill you."
Yeah.
Vice versa.
yeah. They don't. Yeah,
They don't fuck around with
No.
that. But they like each other.
Yeah,
I mean, to a certain point. So
yeah.
Anyway, for more predictions for 2020. This
right.
might be my first wrong one, but I don't think that we'll go to war with Iran. I do not think that we will go to war.
Okay. I
That's
think.
just, I think it'll boil out, and I think we'll just pass over it and we'll find something new.
you know what? I'll agree with you on that. Only because of the statements Iran has made about how they don't hate the American people. They just hate the president. I think that.
Oh,
if
really?
any-
They made that? They said that?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
I posted.
Show
I
us.
reposted it
Show
today.
us the quote.
I reposted it today. It was from an Iranian group of people who
Official.
basically said that, like,
I
we
think-
don't hate Americans. We just don't like your president. Like, what he did was fucked up. And it was kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
Iran
that-
just has so many fucking enemies that
Yeah.
they don't know who to fight. And
Yeah.
so they're just, obviously we've
Everyone.
created tension between them. But
yeah, everyone hates him.
Yeah, so everyone else hates them, so they're like, maybe we've like picked on the wrong playground, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't think that's going to happen.
I can't think of any other like good predictions this year. I'm sure like some more celebrities will die or pass away, or
Some more celebrities will
God,
die.
that's sad.
we have like all these celebrities that pass away every year.
Yeah. God, I don't want to think about.
Can I make a
celebrities.
prediction that's gonna anger a lot of people?
Sure.
Oh.
Speaking
God.
of actors dying,
Oh no.
knock on wood, I'd like to go on record. I hope
Don't
this
say
does
it.
not happen, but I think Betty White's gonna die this year.
Oh, Betty White's
Oh
history.
yeah, 100%.
2020. It's a round number.
Yeah,
Like today, this is her
100%.
year.
Start
And
of
if
the
it's-
first decade
Yeah.
or the first.
Well,
decade.
she's done. She's done.
Yeah. It'll probably be her year.
It's her year, man.
Yeah.
I like how you were like super like
Yeah.
nobody get upset. And me and Adam were like, yeah, totally. That's
Yeah.
100%
Totally.
gonna
Betty,
happen.
isn't she already dead?
Yeah.
We're on board.
Betty
We're not
White's
on board.
history.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
We agree.
She's lived a
Jesus.
fucking great life, though. I mean,
just-
it's not.
Yeah, absolutely. I just love how Adam was like, "Yeah, this is her year."
Yeah, you can do it, Betty. You can do it. We need to start up a hashtag like Betty White.
No.
Betty White needs to die.
Hashtag it's Betty
No.
White's year.
And then it gets linked back to us, and we're the goddamn enemy of the year because
Yeah.
everybody fucking loves Betty White.
That's how people get famous, man. That's how people
Right.
get famous.
Hey,
Yeah, and they also get, like, their
I'll make
houses
another prediction
firebombed.
right here. I'll make another
No,
prediction.
no,
The Betty
don't.
White thing is going to take off, and it's going to launch our podcast into stardom.
Exactly.
We'll
being a
become
bunch of
super
We'll have to,
fucking
we'll have to really
assholes.
get serious then.
Hey, if
Right.
you guys want to post anything about Betty White, make sure you tag us and then hashtag Betty White's year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Betty White's year. Yeah, this is Betty White's perfect.
God. Fuck. This is
Oh
why
my
people don't
God.
listen to us. This
How
is
ab-
why.
Yeah. How about some I mean, I can't think of any other like worldly predictions because the world is in a state of flux at all times. I mean, you never know
I know, right?
what's going to happen. So then let's move
Isn't
on
it
to like
exciting?
let's move on to personal predictions.
Devin will get engaged.
Ooh,
That's
Anna's
actually
going to
what I-
propose to me?
100%.
That's what I
Oh
was
my
going to say.
God.
Like this year, he'll get engaged. So Jamie
And
just
then
stole
when you're
mine.
planning the wedding, you're gonna be like, Jamie and Adam have to be there, possibly in the wedding. So
possibly.
that seems logical to me.
Yes, please
Well-
do not do some destination wedding where I have to go to like
Shut
Florida.
the fuck up!
or-
What's wrong with you? Oh, I'm sorry. You
Listen,
want to
Adam,
you
I'm
don't-
sorry, Adam. Can I not have my
Gross.
wedding at my location wherever
How
I
dare
want,
you,
Adam?
Devin?
As
Oh
long
my
as it's in
God.
Tennessee.
Listen,
I've
mine,
never put up with the most insensitive person in my life until
What
now.
a fucking dick.
Yeah.
I spent 10 days in Mexico drinking and partying on a goddamn beach. Yeah, that sounds fucking awful.
Adam,
doesn't
can
it?
we have a child? Is that okay
expensive.
with you? Is that okay
Yeah.
if we
No,
have a child?
no, you can't unless
Do
you
y'all
name
want
him
to have
Adam.
kids?
Listen, we're gonna breeze right over that topic. But,
Yeah.
about the whole marriage thing, I can neither confirm nor deny if I'm going to propose to my girlfriend this year.
Can you also confirm or deny if you do that you will be inviting us to the wedding?
I can confirm that we will be inviting you to the wedding.
Fuck yeah, we're gonna cause a goddamn scene.
Fucking right.
We will not. I will behave because
Yeah.
I love
But
Anna.
we could do like a live
Ooh.
podcast
Yeah.
from your wedding.
Live
We should-
Yeah.
You know what? Can me and Adam
Live
give a
cast.
speech live?
I would love to give a
Oh
speech.
my
I give
God.
great wedding speeches.
I
Do
do
you?
not.
What's
I do not.
is there one that pops up in your head right now or no?
I mean, like a speech for you specifically?
I'd be like when
No.
I first
Is
met
there
Devin.
like a speech that you've given that pops up in your head where like I fucking own that speech?
You just probably command it, and you're like, I'm gonna say stuff, and you're gonna listen to me, and it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm good at, like off the cuff. Like I just kind of start talking. I can't remember if I talked at Josh and Andrew's wedding. Were you at Josh and Andrew's wedding?
No, that's before I even knew it. Josh.
I can't remember if I talked at his wedding, but there have been a few times in the past where I've gotten up and I've said stuff, and you just like I remember when I met you. I remember when you met each other. I remember watching you from afar. I remember thinking to myself, "Wow, they would really make a great couple." And then you fast
It's all
forward
the
like years
basic
later.
shit.
Yeah, I would be
Oh,
like, I remember
asshole.
when I first met you. I would give a good speech, be like,
Listen,
when I first.
if you get up to my wedding, Adam, and you're like, "Oh, I remember being how great they are," I'm gonna push you off the stage.
Well, I
I think
wouldn't say that 'cause I never knew y'all.
I would give a good speech.
You know, Adam would be like, "Oh, I remember when Devin was like, oh, and almost kicked me out because I was unemployed for 7 months."
Basically.
That's what you.
And I'd be like, when I first met Devin, he was this timid little man behind the microphone.
a timid little boy behind the microphone.
But then he grew into a beautiful flower and fucking dominated.
Josh and Adam pushed Devin around enough to where he
And then
stood up
I
for
came in
himself.
and I said,
Yeah.
fuck you guys. Devin's awesome.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. We just roughed him up until he finally
Okay,
came out of his
so
shell.
Devin, since me and Adam both think that is our prediction for you, do you have one for me or Adam?
I think
Mine-
Adam is going to find a new career.
Ooh,
Oh,
That's a prediction that I have for Adam.
I like that.
think so?
I think so, yeah. I think you're finally going to get pushed to your limit and you're going to be like, you know what? Fuck this.
And you have the ability and the prerequisites to have,
You have the
a
experience to go
really,
out
a
and
really good career.
find something and do something great.
That's a, I mean,
A lot can happen in a year.
yeah, and I mean, yeah, work has been tough and very stressful. And there's,
Yeah.
you know, there are times when you start, I weigh it out, and I've had neighbors and other people weigh it out with me. Like my friends have weighed it out with me. Like, is it worth it? Is all the stress worth it? And right now, you know, even though it's really tough, it is. You know, financially, it is. And it's really, really good experience. I mean, the experience where I work, it has definitely made me better. There's no way around it. And we joke all the time. Other people there joke, like, if we went anywhere else right now and you just stuck us in a scenario and it might be like a little stressful for those people,
Yeah.
I mean, we would just be like,
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
this is
nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
It would be so much easier.
yeah,
Glenn-
like this is nothing.
Oddly enough, Glenn came home today and he made reference about how something that happened today at work, about how he was like, something that you did was like really good manager stuff.
Yeah, I can't talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm just, I don't want to talk about it. It'd be
Glenn
boring.
overheard it because a lot of it, instead of it happening in a room, it had to happen out on the floor.
Yeah, and Glenn was like, I said that was awesome.
Yeah, he kind of. It was funny is that in the middle of me talking to this like person,
Yeah.
Glenn popped up like a fucking like meerkat.
Gopher.
He popped up over his
Which is
computer.
hilarious because he fucking hates meerkats. It's his worst animal. He hates
Really?
them. Oh my
Because
god.
meerkats
meerkat.
are associated with New
He
Zealanders.
fucking hates
Fuck
them.
It was funny. He just listened to the whole thing, and at one point I looked up at him, kind of like I wanted to be like, can you
why-
sit down?
Like, why the fuck are you here?
Yeah, like stop staring at me. I don't need an audience.
Yeah.
Like while I'm
And
reprimanding
he was like,
somebody.
call him a fucking cunt.
Mate.
Yeah, fucking
I don't.
cunt.
That's not a bad prediction. That's not a bad prediction.
Yeah.
I've predicting what's going to happen for me in 2020. I want to be like, for myself, God, I just need like a healthier year, more vacation, more enjoyment. I mean, 2019, my God. I mean, we did a podcast about how I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in the hospital. Like, I've been sick. I've been stressed. It's just been crazy, man. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. I was gonna say, you know, this is my prediction for you.
Oh God, me?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I mean, my life's boring. I mean, I already have 2 kids and I'm married and I work from home. So
No,
like,
I
what
think
do I have?
I think this is because you've had kind of a rough run of it recently. Like over the last. I've known
But I
you all
did-
for a few years. Like
I
there have
mean,
been some ups and downs. I think
We met
2020.
you right after we had Porter.
Yeah.
So
I think 2020 is going to be a healthy year for you. I
I
think
hope so.
I think it's going to be a year
That's a good
where you're healthier, you're enjoying yourself more, you're not as down. You know what I mean?
Can I tell Devin? I will say this. I've always loved Adam. We've always been friends.
Not true.
But I had a moment. So I came home from the hospital, and Adam had come over a couple days later, I think. Was it
Okay.
after the hospital? Yeah.
I don't know.
And I was
don't
talking about
know
how I
the
was on
story.
antibiotic treatments and things like that.
Oh,
And he was standing in my living room and he was on his phone. I was talking to him about how I was doing this antibiotic infusion and stuff. And he was fucking on his phone. And I was like, he's not listening to me. fine, whatever. Still kept talking because that's what I do. And then he was like,
I was talking.
and then he was like, done. And I was like, what? He's like, I just ordered you probiotics. They're coming to your house. And I was like, oh my God. I know. He sent me probiotics and he left. And I was like, that is like the best thing someone can do for you. Like, he didn't even tell me. He just got the probiotics that he uses and knew that I
From the
probably
plug.
needed. And then sent them to my house. It was, Devin, shut the fuck up.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, this is a good story, you dickhead.
Yeah,
That
you
is a good
fucking
story.
asshole. You know what?
Did
You're
you-
not getting engaged.
Did you text your drug dealer and be like, hey, can you give me some antibiotics?
Yeah, that's
he
what
was
I
like,
did.
come to my house right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. It was awesome.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
yeah.
glad
It's
that
because
was-
I knew
that
she
was
was going to
very
be on
sweet.
these crazy antibiotic treatments,
so he
and
just
those things
sent them to me.
they kill your your gut and they kill all the good bacteria.
And then he actually checked up on me multiple times to make sure I was taking them and how they made me feel and how I was taking them. And I was like,
Well,
well,
how
that's
sweet.
a fucking good friend.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly believe in probiotics, and especially, I mean, Jamie's talked about she's had stomach problems forever, and I asked her one time if she's ever taken probiotics. She said no, and I was like, oh shit, like I had
This could
stomach
change your
problems.
life.
It literally now, depending on the dosage and the kind and the whatnot, it can be life changing. But a lot of times, what it does is it just starts making things better. You know, you're just like, I am not as bad as I used to be, and that's good.
Yeah.
You know,
Put some grease on them gears.
I mean, I've not had solid shit in like 4 years. So now I'm taking probiotics. And, you know.
So, and like I said, you can take up to 2 of those a day. Hell, you can take 15 of them a day if you want. But
Can't OD
if
on
you take these
probiotics.
and you notice a difference, you can play around with other ones. This is not a fucking podcast about probiotics, but you know, like no one wants to hear that shit.
So Adam is our
sponsor.
political corner and our fucking WebMD over here.
Yeah.
Let's go over to Adam on Capitol Hill.
Let's go over to Adam in the emergency room right now. He's going to
it'd
diagnose
be me
all of
eating
these
a hot
patients.
dog.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, let me put my hot dog down. Like, I couldn't
But yeah,
imagine being a
that's
political
sweet.
correspondent. I try.
It was good.
I try.
He did good. I was like, no, that was really nice. Then he left and I was like, that was really nice. And Glenn's like, that was really nice. Like, he was surprised and I was like,
Glenn's
no,
like, what
I mean,
the fuck's going on?
well, I mean, I think guys' friendships are a little bit different
Yeah.
for sure. But he wasn't surprised. It was just, he was like, that was really nice. And I was like, yeah, but you know.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
It's not like
right.
Glenn
I'm a good,
got
like,
misty eyed and like hugged me or anything. You know, like he was just.
I
yeah.
know, but I was a little misty eyed when you did that. I was like, whoa. It was so nice.
I do stuff like that sometimes.
Yes, you're a good dude. I don't bring my children around
I do nice
you.
stuff sometimes.
Do you, Devin?
Like, yeah.
No, that's just how Adam sounded. He's like, I do stuff like that sometimes.
People just always assume that I'm just like some big gruff asshole. And
Right.
I'm like, no,
Walk
I'm
it
kinda
off, you know?
nice. Yeah, quit being a pussy.
Hey, that's the name. Oh, another prediction for myself. This year, I will finally write my self-help book called Don't Be a Pussy.
Really? I'll tell you something. Okay, I have a prediction for
Ooh,
myself.
screenplay? Oh, I thought you were gonna say that Devin would write like a screenplay.
No, so I have. So we did some like ones for each other, and I'm gonna do one for myself. We can all do one for ourselves, and then we can fuck off like Ricky Gervais said.
Yeah.
I think this year is going to be the year that I actually get into legitimate voiceover work. I've been thinking.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it a lot. I've actually put some feelers out. I've told some friends that have businesses, if you ever need a commercial or if you ever need anything on the radio or anything at all, you give me a script. I'll read it a bunch of times, and in front of other people, I'll put some inflection on it, and we'll do, because I have some friends that have a
You would
restaurant.
100% be good at that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I have some friends that have a restaurant. Like their tag is like good food, good friends.
Good food, good friends.
Yeah, like
That's how it would
Say it
go.
right now. Give us your best good food, good friends.
Yeah.
oh shit, I'm on the spot.
Good food, good friends.
No, good food, good friends. Yeah, that's what you said. That's what you
Wow.
said.
I know. I'm not claiming to be good at that. But you're
So
good at
I
that.
would probably, the name of the restaurant is Stetters. So
get low with it.
yeah, I would probably say like
Just
yada
no,
yada
just
yada.
fuck that. Just say good
Just
food,
do
good
it.
friends.
Good fruit, good friends.
Fruit.
Good
Yeah.
fruit.
Good food, good friends. I would probably do something like that. Like, come on in for good food and good
Oh,
friends.
I like
That
that.
sounds
I
pretty
like
well.
that. I like that.
Yeah.
Come on
Yeah.
in. That was
Welcoming,
good.
neutral.
Yeah.
And you did the arm thing. Come on in.
Well, that's it. When you're doing voice work, you have to like do that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. Otherwise, you seem very stiff. So
Yeah.
I'd be like, come on down to Stetters for good food and good friends.
I think you need
Nice.
to
I
go.
like
that
that.
was good. Do it again. Do it again.
Come
She's
on
got her
down to
eyes
Stetters
closed.
for good food and good friends.
Oh, I'm
that
fucking
sounded a
on
little
my
bit
way to
creepy.
Stetters
It did?
right now,
A little
bro.
bit.
All right.
I'm
Slow
on
it
my way to
down, though.
Stetters now.
Slow it down a little bit lower.
Yeah,
little bit lower?
Yeah,
do a
just a little
small
bit.
pause
Just a
between
little-
good food
yes.
and good
Yep.
friends. So
Okay,
good
so
food,
if I was like,
good friends.
Okay, good. Go.
come on down to Stetters. Good food and good friends.
Fuck yes.
Nice,
That's
dude.
it.
I'm on my way to
Done.
Stetters
I'm
right
going to
now.
Stetters right
Yeah.
now.
Let's go
In
have some
my
beers at
car.
Stetters.
I'm in my
Let's go
car,
get
I'm
fucking
there.
wasted.
Yeah. Fucking great commercial, man. Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, but you said, like, and of course, when I've done stuff in the past. I've done a bunch of radio commercials for my company, and I would read it, and you say like, at company XYZ, some of the things that we offer are blah blah and blah. And so you read it a few times, and you're like, that sounds good to me, and then you listen to it, and you're like, it just sounds fucking lame. So then you're like. So then you put all this inflection on it. Like some of the things we offer are blah, blah, and blah. Like you kind of like move it around, and then you listen to it, and you're like, now that sounds, like
Now
as you-
that's showbiz, baby.
yeah, showbiz, motherfucker.
Devin,
No, that's
what do
cool.
you,
I can send you some links.
What's a please? What's a
Devin, what's
prediction for
yours?
your personal prediction?
For me, oh man,
get engaged, have babies.
well, I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny if I'm getting engaged this year. Honestly, I think I'm gonna really challenge myself creatively.
Oh fuck, you screwed it up.
No, he's
Creatively.
he said
Creatively.
he said that to be creative.
Right, that's the
He
new word,
changed
bro.
The word. It's the new
Yeah.
thing.
That's how I'm
Hashtag
challenging myself is
hashtag
creating new words
creativity.
and seeing if I can get people to use them
Yeah.
creatively. And I'm gonna like really start making like short films, and by short
Yes.
films I mean like, they can be anywhere from 1 minute to fucking 20 minutes.
Will you
But
let
I
me
wanna
be in a
try-
short-
I
Can I be in
really
one of your
wanna
short
try-
films?
You can if we can link up, but I really want to try to make at least 6 really good quality short film videos this year.
You
So
can
that
do
gives
that.
me like 2 months of vid, and by good quality I mean like really good lighting, really good shots, really good sound, not like a dumb YouTube video. Of course it's going to be on YouTube, but just make it quality. That's what I
can
want to
do
do.
that.
I want to challenge myself creatively.
That's cool.
Good.
Yeah. Jamie?
Oh, fuck me.
You want to
I
fuck
don't
your
know.
own self?
That is
That's
my
your-
goal.
That's your goal
No,
for this
it's
year.
hard. It's hard because I'm married with kids and work from home, and so like to give myself, I just want my fucking kids to survive and like be successful, and that sucks to say, but like that is what I want. I do have stuff working in the process,
Like
in
growing
the
your
next month.
business?
Yeah, the next month or so that is going to be growing the business that I work for, a lot, and hopefully a year from now it will be big. But yeah. So besides being an editor, I'm taking on things and going to shows and having a bigger brand.
So
for what
yeah,
I work
growing
for.
your business, growing
Yeah.
you, marketing
Yeah.
you and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to, I've never just been a mom and a wife, but over the last couple of years, being sick and just being a mom and a wife, even though I still work from home, it feels that way. And this year, I can actively, hopefully, grow something that is bigger than just, which I love being a mom and a wife, but that it's me and not so much other things. So yeah.
let me ask you real quick, Jamie, before we end. What do you like doing as a hobby?
well, that is gonna sound bad. I really
Anything that you like doing outside of work, outside of taking care of your children or something like that. What do you like to do?
I like murder. Not me.
Porn.
Are you fucking kidding me? Get
Sorry.
the fuck out of here. This is not about you. Get the
fuck outta here.
I like listen, I love my job, and eventually this company is going to be passed over to me.
Ooh.
And so the thought of growing it into something bigger, which is what I'm having this year, is very exciting for me. Like in the next 4 months, I'll be traveling a lot for this job, and hopefully by the end of this year, it'll be passed over to me. I will be buying it, and then it will be mine. And so I like having the independence to create something of my own, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. So that's more around like you're hoping when you get this in your hands, you're already setting yourself a good stage for where it's going to go.
Yeah. So I'm trying. My goal is there's big things happening this year for it, and I hope that I can bust my ass and get it done. So then when I have it in my hands, I can continue on, and I'm not, just a mom who works from home. I can do something with it. I can own it.
So here's my goal.
If I owned anything like that, I'd be afraid to go up in flames.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was offered to buy it 2 years ago, and I kind of said, I can't do it yet. I can't do it yet. Well, because I had a 1-year-old. I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
But Porter's gonna be going into preschool, and I will have the time and effort. And now my parents are retired. They can come down and watch the kids when I travel for work, which wasn't happening 2 years ago. So I feel it's scary as fuck.
I can't imagine Porter being in preschool. I mean, he still likes to headbutt people in the balls.
Oh my God, but he's so... I know. He headbutted Glenn tonight when he came home in the balls.
Yeah.
That's so weird that you said that.
He always headbutts me in the balls.
But he's fucking smart as shit. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
That's why he headbutts you in the balls, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point.
Yeah. Hit him in the moneymaker. So, what were you going to say?
So before we end, here's my goal/challenge for you, Jamie.
Oh,
I want you to take that thing, and I want you to take it to the next level. You're already setting yourself up for success right now. All right.
Why
so you already have big things going. You said within the next month or two, like as far as like branding yourself and like really outreaching yourself. I want you to take that, and I want you to take it to the next level.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do
it.
Just invite me to your goddamn wedding.
Then I can do voiceover work.
We can all do voiceover. You can do voiceover work, and then we can all just be fucking
short
successful
films.
as
You could
shit.
do voiceover work for my short films.
Here's what I would do for Jamie.
I'm super dramatic. I could be a super dramatic person in your short films.
There you
so
go.
I would say, come on down to Jamie's. She's going to take that thing and turn it into something a little bit better.
That is the worst fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, she's going to take that thing and she's going to turn it into something.
You got no. You got to say take it to the next level.
She's going to take it to the next level.
Can we not say that? Because that's fucking Glenn's thing, and I hate it.
Oh, the Next Level Brewing Company.
Yeah, his Next Level
Glenn and I have
Brewing
talked about opening a bar, by the way.
Oh, of course. He talks about opening a bar with everybody.
Oh
no! I'm sorry.
Adam's so hurt.
I'm so sorry. No,
We're gonna end it. Let's just end it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Listen, my countenance changed.
We started
my
this year
changed.
off with a bang, and Adam's already depressed. We're
going to end the episode with a bang.
Oh, no.
It's Adam's soul going.
No. Your face was
I thought I was
going to
start a bar, and now it went
I'm
up
so
flames.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
All right.
Anyway, this is Devin.
This is Adam.
This is Jamie.